Was anyone else in your family like really creative? Like
my mom is really good. My brother sort of.
would they like do anything? Like have you ever asked them like what would you create or anything?
Yeah, my mom's really good. Like she drew really well. She like very early on she would like teach me tricks with like the color pencils on how to shade and all that, and I just like took that to the next level. You know, well, not to the next level, but in high school I saw this kid drawing a name, you know, with bubble letters, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna draw this for this girl that I like. And you know, my introduction to graffiti was through me wanting to break the ice with girls. You know, I would draw their name. They'd be like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Hey, I drew this for you." You know what I'm saying? And they'll be like, "Oh my god, marry me." No, but you would break the ice, and then you know you'd get to the conversation started. You know, you had to get creative back there. You couldn't just send a tweet and be like, "You're cute," or what are the
I don't know. You just slide in the DMs nowadays.
Yeah,
Like,
there was none of that.
no DMs.
No, you literally had to slide to them in person.
You had to call them or like knock on their door.
Yeah,
or you had to
worst.
like go to school and you had to make plans and just trust they're gonna show up there.
To this day, Judith's mom, you know, talks about how she used to hang up on me when I used to call.
Damn.
You know, it's all right.
That's funny.
I won.
That's funny to look back at though.
Yeah, I won, lady. I got your daughter. You know?
So the reason I asked that is because I think everyone kind of has like a creative like outlet like that kind of influences them. So my great grandmother, she's like one of the most creative people that I've ever known because she's for as long as she's lived, she has been making like quill boxes, and these quill boxes are made out of birch bark, and these quill boxes are literally the quills off the backs of porcupines, and she would make large ones. She would spend like 4 or 5 years on them.
Damn.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
So
her quill boxes are like in museums and everything like that.
Get out of here. That's awesome.
Yeah, so she would do that and sell them, and people would like sought after them. She would make moccasins from scratch. She would make dream catchers. She would make drums. She would make all of these things. She's just been doing that, and she raised all of her kids to kind of be an entrepreneur. She was an entrepreneur back then in her own way. And then now all of my aunts and uncles, like they're really good at painting or they're really good at crafts. You know, that's what a lot of my family like really good at, you know, art, like crafts and pushing their art out that way. You know, they're really stupid talented like that.
Yeah.
And I saw her when I was back in Canada this summer, and I kind of just clicked in my head. I was like, damn, I think I get a lot of my creativity from you because you sat here and you create something from scratch. You know, you have those creative urges. And I asked her like, what makes you want to do that? I just like to do it. And I asked her, how many quill boxes do you think you've made? She's like, I can't even tell you.
That's like, crazy. I just watched a documentary last night. Sort of. It's like a documentary-esque feature. It was, oh my God. It was about triplets that got separated at birth. I'm not gonna tell you the whole thing because there's a twist, but it's predetermined mannerisms and behavior. So these people got separated, right? Twins got separated, and triplets got separated, and when they sort of found themselves again, the way that they spoke, the way that they held their hands, just when they were resting, everything was so similar that it raised the question: are we the way that we are because we have control over who we are? Or is this a predetermined thing that you were just, somebody said this is the DNA, it's in your DNA to like to create things. It's in your DNA to be an artist. It's in your DNA to like music.
I think it might be in your DNA.
Yeah, because there's two girls that, you know, completely separate, both went to film school, both have like weird mannerisms. Excuse you? I just lost 37 subs. Did you see that? Listen, don't get those. So for those who are listening,
get some F's in the chat, please.
Yeah, for those of you who are listening
subscribers.
listening and not watching, I have this sort of I don't know, counter that tells you when you gain subscribers, and it makes a noise when you lose subscribers. And I was at Castro's house, and he had one, and I'm like, I'm gonna tell you something, man. These are only cool to get if you're like in the right trajectory, because if you're going down, that's like a faint reminder. How sad was that sound, right? Those doing that. Anyway, so I lost 37 subscribers on YouTube. So if you haven't subscribed to me on YouTube,
they'll be back.
I would appreciate it if you hit it. If you can spare a subscription, do it.
Subscribing is free, people.
Yeah. So what was I saying? Where was it? What were we talking about? The predetermined. Yeah. Yes. So it's crazy, right? So everything that you are today, in theory, was handed down by just your DNA.
It all
like
comes from
everything
somewhere.
about it. Yeah.
Like my dad used to always burn CDs, like, and just like make his own like playlist on the CDs.
Yeah.
And, you know, he didn't have a CD player, so he just, you know, get the cassette that has the wire in. You put the aux in, the Walkman and all that.
Yeah.
And he'd always just make his own CDs. And nowadays, like I just like making my own playlists and all that.